than talking to you guys, but it is what it is. I got to make a living. Okay. So my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay. No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage. That's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed. No fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner maybe. Talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take two. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, SDC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all. And then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason. And then the ones you got for the wrong reason, See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it. Or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. if you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit. Okay. And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass. Okay. Good. Okay. Everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass it. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it.
Man, I got all the flavor bitches say I'm delicious. I'ma have all you motherfuckers laying in ditch. I'ma kill all you rappers, I'ma aim with precision. They was rocking with your ass till they made a decision. All my friends making millions cause they know I'm my bitch.
Boom! Love it! I love that fucking song. There's nothing like a fucking mashup. Boom, Haiti. Come on, Maria. We got this, baby. Everyone, we got this. I want everyone to put in here, I'm going to pass the fucking test. You don't have to say the fucking, you're going to pass the test. I want everyone on this thing. I got 38 people on here. I want everyone to say on here, I'm going to pass the test. I freaking love that. And look, I saw a couple people nailed the exam, which is awesome. A couple people missed. It's okay. It is fine. We're going to get through this together, right? I'm going to drag your ass through the test with me. We're going to pass this together. We're crowdsourcing this or crowdfunding it. We're doing this together. You're not alone. Don't forget, if you want to have help and you feel like you're alone, go to the Facebook group called FINRA, and it's going across the bottom. FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. We got 7,000 people in there helping each other out. I am so happy we're on here. Literally, Tuesdays and Thursday nights are my favorite night because it's my job to hype your ass up. Remember, tonight is SIE 6 and 7. Thursday is 63, 66, 65. But I will give you some advice if you miss, and it's okay. Now, Lyle, I'm sorry we got to do more music, but it is what it is because I have to do it.
Oh, ching-ching-ching, here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that.
Boom, I love these planes. Again, it's my favorite night of night. Boom, okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get on to this. Marvin, we will absolutely go over CMOs and CDOs. I am with you. I'm here for that. So Joe Mary, okay, it is okay. The 63 is not easy, right? So it's okay. We're going to get there. You got one more shot, I hope, right? I hope you have one more shot, not the, I hope that wasn't the third time. If it was, maybe if you have the 7, you go for the 66. If not, maybe you get the 7 and then go for the 65, 66. Either way, we're going to get you through it. It's a hard test. Look, this is what happens with the 63. It's an easy test. It's not an easy test. If you've read and do all the work, it should be okay, but it's the wording that gets you sometimes. It really does. The wording does throw you off, and I do want to make sure that sometimes that does ruin people. But so, Mary, we're going to get this. Take a few days off and just go back and read, baby. Just go back and read. Okay. Lyle, boom, I love it. Okay. Robert Paulson. There's someone with your name. Okay. Robert, here's the thing. So you got a 68. You missed it by 4%, right? Which is what, like 7 questions. Not a lot. So here's the deal. So when you miss, okay, take a day off. Take today off. Here's the thing, Robert. Could you announce it here? Tell everyone you know. Tell everyone you know that that you failed. I mean, everyone that needs to know, not fucking everyone. Everyone that needs to know, tell them today. Tell them right now, get it over with, okay? You got to get it over with and just not worry about it. Get the pain over today because you don't want to drag this shit out through the whole week, right? Then take off. Today's Tuesday. Take off to like Thursday. And then Friday, just go back to read. Don't try to pinpoint. The biggest mistake people make when they fail by 1 is they try to just pinpoint what they're mistaken. And the problem with that is if you can focus on, like, say you focus on munis or suitability, right? If you do that, and then what happened, the other shit drops and you go, how did I miss again? So you got to try to pretend, go back and don't act like you missed by 4. Act like you missed by 32%. And you try to build everything up. Go back on Thursday, just start reading the book cover to cover. If you don't like the book you have, get Past Perfect. Get Kaplan, get STC, get Achievable. Any one of those 3 will help you. Just go back and read those. Maybe another voice will help. Join this Facebook group. You might be already. Maybe join a study group. Get together with other people. That's where you need to focus. I don't believe in focusing on one thing. And again, if you feel good on options, keep that up. Every 2-3 days, just do a 20-question quiz on all the options, and that's going to get you through it. Okay. Josephine. Okay, look, past perfect. Listen, past perfect is really hard, so don't sweat that shit too much. Past perfect is very hard. So what I need you to do is relax and don't put December 17th pressure on November 19th. It doesn't work. You're literally a month away and you're basically passing. You're rock solid, Josephine. Boom. And then maybe what you do is do the past perfect quiz, the test, then spend the rest of the day reading. That's what you got to do. It sounds like you're studying all day, right? Maybe. I'm not sure. Usually with past perfect, they're doing that. Hold on. While I cough up a lung. Just focus on taking tests and read the lowest sections and maybe read another vendor, watch my videos, whatever. Just, you're fine. You're in great shape. Okay. Okay. Ashley. Okay. We're going to get this. Okay. We got this. I'm happy to have you, Ashley. We're going to see you every Tuesday night. Boom. Okay. Love it. What's going on with your study? Put in here. Okay. Mapes. Yeah, it's amazing. Sometimes I'm not a fan of taking shit when you're in a bad mood, but it is what it is. But we got to give you a little music, right? And I'll get to the CMO CDOs. I promise. Ooh, I took that one off. Let's see what we're going to do here. This one. Okay, now let me get some questions in. Let me make sure I got everyone out of the way. Okay. Eddie Moreno, thank you very much. I'm trying to look at this. Hold on. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. Gonna pass. We're going to pass. I love this. This is it. Got this. There we go. I like that. There we go, Greek Hunter. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Gonna pass the test. I'm going to pass this fucking test. Aaron, I'll hit your question. I got to hit the CMOs out of the way. Look at this. Boom. Thank you very much. Look at this. Everyone is saying we're going to pass. We are absolutely going to pass this shit. Boom. All the way down. Oh, Lyle did. Brian's going to. Okay. AK Flatfoot. Arizona Flatfoot gets 50s and nails it. Okay. Boom. We're going to get it. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, Juliet. Krista. That is outstanding. Sorry, I got to do one more, I think. We're going to do a little quickie.
Because I'm happy. Clap along.
There you go, Krista J, baby. Krista J nailed the 63. Are you done now? Is it like done? I can go over bond curves and all that shit. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, let me get back to the CMO CDO guy. Okay. We're going to start doing some real questions. I want to get through all the fun shit. Okay. Okay. I have a video on it. It'll help you. Okay. So we got this, baby. So now, everyone, drink up. Let's have a game next Tuesday. Every time I say okay, everyone has to take a shot. Okay. Shot. I do okay because it's a filler when I'm trying to read. I almost said okay. Yeah, I just said okay. Okay. Now, CMO. So mortgage-backed securities. Let's talk about that for a second. So when you buy a house, you're putting 20% down. So if you buy a $100,000 house, yeah, funny, like you can find one of those. But say you buy a $100,000 house, you drop 20 grand down as your and you're borrowing 80 grand. You put down 20, you borrow 80, that's your mortgage. You're going to be paying that every month. Now, every month that you pay, you're going to be paying a little bit of interest, a lot of interest, and a little bit of principal. And as it goes along, it starts to flip where at the end, you're paying a lot of principal and a little bit of interest. But you're making monthly payments. Now, what does a bank do? So bank takes your loan, and if after the first 3 months, they go, oh, he's paying, she's paying, you're going to sell the bond. So they sell your mortgage to like a Ginnie Mae or whatever it is. Now, what they do is they package that up, okay? So what happens is the packager will take all these mortgages, buy a bunch of mortgages, and they are now have a mortgage-backed security. So they're going to securitize it. And remember, they own this thing. So they have money coming in from millions, hundreds, thousands of mortgages, not millions, thousands of mortgages, okay? They're getting paid. So what they're going to do is they're going to sell a piece of it to you. So Marvin, they're going to let you buy a little piece of that big pool of mortgages. Now, when you buy that, you're buying so say every mortgage is paying $1,000 a month. You're going to get 50 cents from that mortgage. Okay. You're going to get 50 cents. So you're going to get 50 cents from each mortgage. So you're going to buy into the property, into this project, and you're going to get every time someone pays $1,000, you get 50%. 50 cents from Mary, 50 cents from Bobby, 50 cents from Joe, but they securitize it. They send it as one payment. So you're going to put 25 grand down and you're going to get paid for the next 30 years. So what happened is you're going to get say 500 a month for the next 30 years. Now that 500 is going to be a little bit of interest and a little bit of principal. Okay. So a lot of interest and a little bit of principal. My throat is killing me. Now, as you're getting paid, that's awesome. And you're getting, I love it, I'm getting paid. Now, the thing about these things is it's not like a bond where you get a lump sum at the end. You're just getting paid monthly, every month. And then at the end of the 30 years, you just get you just make a best payment and then you're done, you're paid off. So it's not like a bond where you get lump sum. Again, these are CMOs or mortgage-backed securities. Now, what happens? So everyone has these mortgages. Say you bought one this week. Mortgages are 7%. So you're getting 7% on your money. That's awesome. Now, all of a sudden, Jerome Powell starts dropping rates, dropping. And now rates are like 3%. So all the new mortgages being kicked out now are 3%. So that also means all those people who bought the mortgages now in 2024 are going, wait, why am I paying 7 when I can pay 3? So they're going to refinance. They're going to go to a new lender, borrow the money at 3% and pay off the old one. Now that means you as the investor are going to get a little chunk of money back sooner than you want it. It's going to come back and hit you, okay? So you're going to come back and get a chunk of money. And now instead of getting $500 a month, instead of having 1,000 mortgages, you have like 900. So you're getting like $450 a month. And then as people refinance, you're going to get less. You're going to get a chunk of money. You're going to get less and less and less until eventually it's gone. That's called prepayment risk, okay? Now, let's say you bought a mortgage 5 years ago when rates were ridiculously low, and now they're up at 7. Anyone who owns a house now is definitely not going to refinance. So you're stuck in this 3% CMO that you're getting, a mortgage-backed security, and everyone else is getting 7%, so that's called extension risk when you're stuck in the mortgage-backed security for longer. Now, that's a Ginnie Mae. Or any just mortgage-backed security. But let's move on from that. I want to get rid of some of that prepayment risk. So what we're going to do is we're going to create CMOs. Now, I'm not going to go, I have a video on it called What the Hell is a CMO? But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. What they do is they divide it up into tranches based on what you want. So what happens is as people refinance, right, in a regular mortgage-backed security, when you refinance, everyone who owns a piece of it gets paid off. So little by little, you're getting your money back, which is not what you want. Not right now, you want it later. So what they do is they say, oh, Marvin, you want your money back in 2 years. They're going to sell you a tranche A. And then maybe Lyle wants it in 4 to 5 years. Joe Mary wants it in 10 years. So they're going to buy different tranches. Maybe you buy tranche A, then tranche B, then tranche C. It's better withdrawing, but fuck it. Now, everyone's getting monthly. Remember, all these CMOs get monthly interest. And they did reduce it. Instead of paying 25 grand, you only have to pay 1,000, like a bond. Now, what happens is, as people refinance, tranche A gets paid off before B, C, and D, because Marvin wanted that. So Marvin wanted tranche A. So Marvin wanted to be paid off first. So he wants his money in 2 or 3 years. He's going to, when people refinance, he's going to get paid off first. But Lyle, who's in tranche B, will not be paid off until everyone in tranche A is gone. And then Joe Mama, is not, as she's in tranche C, she will not be paid off, refinanced, until everyone in tranche A, and then tranche B is paid off, then tranche C gets paid off, and then on and on and on. So what happens is, as you buy a CMO, everyone gets monthly income, but what they do is they pay it off sequentially, okay? So what happens is, if you buy a C tranche, you're more likely to keep getting paid for the 8 to 10 years, and then you get paid off. Where Marvin, who bought the tranche A, he's going to get paid off in 1 to 2 years because he wants to get paid off in 1 to 2 years. Again, my video does a better job on it with pictures and drawings, but that's where that is. Now, a CDO is literally the same thing, but it's like car loans, student loans, credit card loans. It's the same thing when you get a loan and you're participating in the loan. Like I used to do these. There was a thing called Lending Club, where you could buy a piece of everyone's loan. It's kind of cool. You could bid on it. And then, like, say somebody wanted a $25,000 loan, you see all the information. You decide, you know what? I'm going to invest in them. And you buy a piece of their loan. And you're going to get you and 30 other people back the loan, and you get paid a little bit. Now, if they default, you get screwed. But if you get paid every month, it wasn't bad. Hope that helps a little bit, Marvin. Okay. Josephine, I think I got you. You're in great shape. Just take tests and read, baby. Okay. Again, Ashley, welcome on. We got you. Sports break. Okay. Sports break. I wish I had a sports one. But you're going to get the ones in the...
Oh, ching-ching-ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that.
Boom, baby. That is awesome, sports break. Hope you're still here. And thank you for the $10. I will use that to buy a drink. Okay. Should we assume to use SMA but dealing with restricted account to be able to Yeah, so if you're a restricted account, you have to deposit the full 50%. You have to deposit the 50%. Don't sweat it too much on the test. It's not that hard. Their margin is barely on the test. Focus on the other stuff. But yeah, that's fine, Nancy. But yeah, you were in a bad mood before, Mapes, but you're in a good mood now. Okay. Okay, Maria, take it in 2 weeks. We're going to get through this, baby. Eddie, I'm ready to get you through this too. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, Michael, the 24 is a bitch. You're going to be fine. Michael's a guy. He's a guy, man. He's failed the exam 3 times, the 7 3 times, passed it on the 4th, passed the 66 first shot. It's awesome. It's a rock star, man. Okay. Okay. Aaron, here we go with the question. A municipal dealer purchased a $100,000 face value of 6% bonds at a 6% basis. So that is a par bond. If the dealer reoffered the bonds, which of the bond choices is considered reasonable? So whenever they do that, know that it's par and it's at 6%. So whenever you do that, you have to figure within about 3%, okay? Which is like $30, okay? So whenever they say resell this, Aaron, you want to pick the ones that are closer to where it is. So if you buy the bond at par, that's like 100. So if you can sell it at 101 or 102 or 103, that's fine. 108 is too much, okay? Or and 5.8 is within, I think, 20. It's a 20th of a percent. It's a 1/5 of a percent. So it's still really close, okay? So you're fine. So the whole point is when you're going to resell these bonds, there's not a magic formula to it. I don't think that's a test question, but understand it has to be if you get this question again, just pick the 2 closest, the one closest in price and the one closest in yield, and then you're going to be fine. 80, I love you're watching this shit. I love it. I love it. Okay. Alaska, the where? There's all men and no women. Okay. Justin, we're going to get you through that. You can pick up some shit from here. Yeah, last minute tips. You should have watched my thing. Get the fuck off my live. Go watch my quick and dirty. Go watch my Gorilla Style. Get some sleep. Read customer accounts. Anyone taking any test tomorrow or any day, you always want to read customer accounts right before. Literally every test is going to get you points. 63, 65, 66, all about joint accounts and all that shit. The SIE and the 7, 100%. 6, 100%. 24, it'll be on there. So that's what I'm saying. Get off my live, snorkel fan, go get some sleep, go diving down. And watch my quick and dirty, watch my Gorilla Style in the crash course, read customer accounts, baby, and go beat this thing. And come back next week and tell us how great it was. Joe Mary, we got one more. That's good. Jules, it's also your last one. It's not your last chance. It's your last time because you're going to pass, right? Okay. Past perfect is hard, man. So, okay. So if you're doing that one, get the fuck off my live. Seriously, unless you have a specific question, okay? Now, because you should be working on shit, not listening to my bullshit, okay? And listen, I know you're going to pass. You know why?
Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in my...
Baby. Okay, now, where are you? Yeah, I think you're fine. Past perfect is notoriously hard, especially if it's the math and they literally make you do yield to maturity. No one has ever made anyone do that ever. Don't worry about it. Just focus on your shit. Just focus on customer accounts, that stuff, and be confident. Get some sleep. I'm telling you right now, it's mid 60s on past perfect. You're probably on. You're there. Is it guaranteed going to pass? No, but you're right there where you know enough to pass because past perfect really is a son of a bitch. Okay. Jack Shima, go watch the first 5 minutes of my video. About this live, I do the 5-minute intro telling you how to pass this test with me on the beach. Go watch that. Your job, just take tests every day, but not Sunday. And then Sunday, relax, go out to dinner, watch my crash course stuff, read customer accounts, and go beat this thing. Make sure you have risks and what the register rep can and cannot do. Okay. Yeah, I'll go over bond yields in a minute. That's hard to do on here, but whatever. Okay. Okay, so let me talk about bond curves. Okay, so the yield curve, yield curve is like, so we have. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can bring it up. Big step. Nope, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Okay. Should be good. There we go. Now, so I do this. I do the lines. And it's not called bond curves. It's called yield curves. Now, here, these are the yields. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll go. And these are the years. 1, 5, 4. 4? What the fuck but 4? 5, 10, 20. I'll just say that. Now, can we agree that if I borrow money for a short time, let me pick a big line. If I borrow money for a short time, then the yield is going to be low because it's not a lot of risk. Okay. Now, so it's going to be like this. So the farther out you go, the higher the yield. Okay. So that's that. So the long-term bond should have a higher yield than a short-term. But now we're in a thing where actually it's an inverted yield curve. I'll show you what that is. So right now we agree that longer term should charge you more because it's more risk. However, if the Fed start raising rates like they did in 2021, they start pushing the short-term rates up. So then it starts flattening, and then it goes inverted. So usually when it's inverted, that means the Fed has been raising rates. And that means the short terms are higher than the long term. Now, that's not consistent. With some convexity, it's almost like the 10-year is higher than the 2-year is higher than the 10-year. And that's just what it is now, but I'm not going to draw that. I can't do that. But again, so here you have an inverted yield curve. That's like sign of recession. Now, when the Fed starts lowering rates like they're doing, it starts flattening, steepening, boom. And then we have yield curves. That's how the bond curve works, not overthinking about it. Now, the other thing they could ask you about is the yield spread. So this is where we're comparing. Oh, I should have a better idea. So you have two yields. So this green one is a treasury. This is the treasury down here. Corporate is up here. Sorry about that. Corporate is on the top. Treasuries on the bottom because treasuries always are safer. They have a lower yield. So when people are buying corporates, they're going to be selling the treasuries. Okay. So they sell the treasuries. Here's the price to go down. Okay. The price starts going down and then sorry, my bad. Scratch that reverse. So when they're selling the treasuries, that means they're selling them, the price goes down and the yield goes up. And that also means they're probably buying the corporates. They're buying the corporates. And when you put your price up, the yield starts going down. So I can do this. There it is. So it gets closer. So if you see that the yield curve is getting closer, that's a sign of a good economy. Michael, don't say anything that looks like other things. So now, it looks like they're getting closer. So that's a sign of a good economy. Now, if we're going to a bad economy, that means people are going to sell the corporates causing the yield to go up and buy the treasuries and force yields to go down. So that means they're widening. So that means it's widening, weakening is widening, widening is weakening. So this is called flight to safety. So when it's good economy, they narrow because people are buying corporates. And when it's a bad economy, it goes down, it gets wider because they're flight to safety. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Darren, okay. 33% convertible preferred, $50 par, 3% convertible preferred. So first thing you have to do is do 3%. Okay. Okay. 3% of 50, whatever that is. So 50 times 0.03 is 1.5. That's $1.50. Then you divide that. I don't care about the conversion. And you divide that by 51.75. Hold on. 1.5 divided by 51.75. So my yield is 2.89%. That works. That's about right. Because the bond's a little bit above par, so it's going to be a discount. So it's a premium and the yields are lower. But it's a long night for me. So I'll do this again. If I do current yield, I have to do AMP. AMP, annual over market price. Now, so I do 3%. I do it again. 50 times 3%. 50 times 3% is $1.50. So that's what I'm getting every year. Okay. Now I'm going to divide that by the market price. Annual over market price, 51.75. That gives me a current yield of 2.89%. Pretty easy. Good stuff. Okay. I've been using T-bill. Okay. Francisco. That's awesome. Do the 45 minutes of 50 reading and then the quizzes. Boom. I love it. That's a long day, man, but that's good. You're moving up. I love it. No, I think that's fine. You're fine. There's no better course. Reading is for an hour every day and then doing quizzes. I love it. Francisco. That's a magnifico. Okay. I know I went to Italian, but whatever. That's awesome. Krista, see you Thursday, baby. Let's get this 66 out of the way. Okay. What affects the NAV? Does it always affect the fund and shareholders? Okay. The NAV, what affects the NAV? So really only two things. The actual asset. So the NAV is the net asset value. It's what the fund is worth. So basically it says the NAV is $40, whatever. So buying into the fund and redeeming does not impact NAV. Remember that. Does not impact NAV. However, if they pay out a dividend, that reduces the NAV because they're distributing. Okay, if they pay out a dividend. If the shares in the fund go up and down, like if a fund and the value of the fund goes up and down, that changes the NAV. So the only two things that really affect the NAV are when they pay dividends and when the shares go up and down. Okay. Boom, I saw it. Don't worry, I saw that motherfucker. I saw it. Boom, I loved it. Boom, no T-charts. There you go. I love it, Sports Break. We love the options. Okay. Just read the account. No specific thing. Just read the chapter. Okay. Okay. Yes. Have you watched my video on it, Ashley? Have you watched my Slobs Over Bliss video? So remember, buy limits and sell subs or below, right? And sell limits and buy subs or above. So if I say the stock's trading, so if I say that I want to buy stock below where it's trading, that has to be a buy limit because buy limits are below. If I say I want to protect, you always go to a stop. So let's go from long stock. I either do a sell limit above to take a profit or a sell stop below to protect because stops protect, limits don't. If I'm short stock, I'm going to do a buy limit below to take a profit or a buy stop above to protect because stops protect, limits don't. Find my Slobs Over Bliss video. I promise it'll help. So again, buy limits, sell stops. And by the way, Sports Break, remember, I'm back on this. I did not forget about you. I'm there. I just had to catch up. I'm 15 minutes behind. So I hope that helps. Again, find my Slobs Over Bliss video. It'll help a lot. Okay, I can do a little bit of dive on this. Okay, so now, as far as record keeping goes, okay, human made, this is all fucking memorization shit. But I'm going to do the record keeping. I'm not doing the other shit. Okay, now, Almost everything is 3 years. They're not going to make you remember everything. Just remember, almost everything is 3 years. FINRA complaints are 4. Anything money laundering is 5. CTR, SARS, like all that money laundering stuff is 5. Big sacks is 6. Sex, right? So I also add in, so big sacks, I'm going to do blotter, trade blotter, general ledger, that's money in and out. So it's BG, SCS. Like Santa carries 6 big sacks. It's Christmas time. We're getting there, right? So now, blotter, general ledger, stock records, customer information, and statements. Those 5 things are 6 years, plus MSRB complaints. I don't know how to put it in there. Maybe put 2 C's, okay? Blotter, general ledger, stock records, customer information, statements, and MSRB complaints. Those are the 6 years. Anything of original, like the Form BD, the Articles of Incorporation, the partnership shit, that is all lifetime. That's it. That should help you a lot. Vince Raimondo. Boom. I love it. I got to give you a little shit, right? It's been a while. I did some good stuff. I'm maxing it around. I won't do the 45 seconds. I swear to God, I fucking love mashups. I really do. Anytime they mix a song or that mix is always good. I love that shit. I'm always trying to find new ones. Vince Raimondi, congratulations. Okay. You got that. Hope you're there for that. Look at all these people that passed. We're going to be playing some real music. Oh, this is the one I like.
Trust fund, 6'5", no eyes. Finance, trust fund, 6'5". I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund, 6'5", no.
Boom, Sebastian, that is awesome. Boom. Okay. Okay, suitability. Here's the thing. Find my suitability videos, okay? So, Sebastian, the 6 isn't that bad. The suitability is on there, but it's not like the 7. Go find my suitability videos in the crash course. They'll help you a lot. Okay, I got one more. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Boom. I love it. Sorry, people, you got to suffer through for one more second.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Hey Macarena. John Clancy. Okay. Oh, Rafaela, you're in great shape. You're getting 76 on the master and an 80 in the practice. Go get drunk and take this test. Okay. Oh, look at that. Boom. Okay. Boom, Mohammed, we'll get to you. Slobs over bliss, yes. So I'd say it again, Robert. So just like Ashley, if you're long stock, you do a sell limit for income, sell stop to protect. If you're short stock, you do a buy stop to protect, a buy limit to add income. Stops protect, limits don't. I love it. Okay. Look at this. Mohammed. Oh, here's a good one.
I want to take me to Funky Town. Want to take me to Funky Town.
Boom, baby. That is outstanding, Mohammed. Boom. Are you done? I think you're done, right? Got nothing else left to do. You get to go enjoy your life. You get to enjoy your big Christmas thing. Okay. There you go. I'm telling you right now. Thank you. I do think I'm funny. I'm a legend in my own mind. Just remember that. I'm a legend. I think I'm funny as hell. Now, but I'm not. Boom. There you go. It's just a test. Make it your bitch, baby. Make it your bitch. Customer counts. Just customer counts, baby. Customer counts. Okay. And the night before, really watch my SIE quick and dirty and then my gorilla style and go take this thing. Sean, Haiti, I will get you. Do I say it Haiti? Am I saying it right? Like Haiti, like lovey Haiti? Okay. No, you're fine. You're right. Sean Shitu. You're fine. Past perfect's hard. As long as the ones you listen, if you're doing it and your ones you get wrong, you have no idea. But if the ones you're getting wrong are like kind of confusing, yeah, you're probably fine. Okay. I'm happy you caught my live too. Okay. Now, under Reg T, right? So right, it's S. So it's always S+2. So what we're talking about here, in case people get confused, when you buy shares on Monday, it settles on Tuesday. That's T+1. We got that. What that means is that the broker dealers settle up. They buy from you, you buy from them. That's what it is. Okay. So if I buy shares on Monday, and my account's at JP Morgan, and I buy from Goldman, on Tuesday, JP Morgan will send the money, and Goldman will send the shares, and they're settled. However, you under Reg T, called payment date, you have 3 days total to pay, which is S+2. Okay. Now, S+2. That means it's either T+3, which is trade date +3, means you pay by Thursday, or S+2, which is Tuesday +2. So it's either S+2 and T+3 are the same thing. So Haiti, yeah, you got it. I don't do fucking onions, baby. I don't do I will see it. I'll do ketchup and that, but I will not. I don't do onions. I've never had an onion in my life. I get close to them and I throw up. Okay. Jim, baby, that's awesome. Okay, boom, I love it. Right? It's not. Isn't it a great feeling to be done with that shit? I'm telling you right now, it is awesome. Okay. Is there a lot of options? No, there isn't. So the 66, really, the math you'll get is maybe an option or two. Break it. Very easy options. Like if you have the 7, you're fine. Even if you failed most of the options, you're fine on this. You might get current yield and total return. They don't make you do. You can't do yield to maturity. It's not a thing. I mean, it's a thing, but it's not a thing on this test. So don't worry about that too much. Okay. Okay. Francisco, you're next. Okay. Dave, I'm almost there. Dava, I'm almost there. Now, I say, listen, I'm telling you right now, there's a couple, let me do my plugs, right? So I'm telling you right now, and don't even use my link. Just go to the website. Don't even use my link. Achievable.me. No, I don't even give a shit I swear to God, I don't care if you use my link or not. Go get them. You'll love them. They give you, for the SIE, there is no vendor better for the SIE. None. Okay? None. Am I being too subtle? Okay. Now for the rest of them, they kind of even out, but I swear to God, I still think that, I'm almost caught up. I am almost caught up. Now, I still think that the best combo is, and if I could just get STC to sell questions, it would be a different answer. Get the Achievable, for any test, get the Achievable program and buy the Kaplan QBank. If you want to get a discount, go to Michael Weiss. He's on Reddit. He's on the Facebook group and Reddit. He's under Series70examtutor.com. He has a discount code for like 10%. I don't know what the fuck he gets off. I don't give a shit. Some guy gets pissed off when I say a wrong number. I could fucking give a fuck what he gets off. It's discount. I mean, you buy a QBank, it's $50. What's the big deal? You get 5 or 10 off. Don't care. Now, I used to be friends with a guy, not Faye Ray's nephew, Michael Ray, used to work on the floor with me. Great guy if you're related to him. Shitty guy if you're not. No, I'm kidding. So I would get Achievable. If you don't want to get Achievable, get STC. But I really, if you can buy it yourself, get Achievable. It's like $98. Again, Achievable.me, they're awesome. Also, I tutor. I do it all day long. I don't have any openings till like mid-December. I literally teach 15 hours a day. I don't know how it's filling up. But go check out Michael Weiss at Series70examtutor.com. He's about half my price. And if he doesn't have room, I have a backup tutor or two on my website. You can go on there and book them. They have more openings, and they're cheaper. Okay. No, Francisco, you do not need. They don't care what you can do. It. You can literally take the 24 first, but it's no good until you get the 7. So once you pass the 66, then you have 2 years to get the 7. Because after 2 years, I just felt bad. Somebody messaged before that he failed the 7 for the second. Failed the 7, and his 66 expires next week. I was like, oh, that sucks. There's nothing you can do. I mean, maybe get a waiver, but they're not going to do it. So you can a lot of people do the 66 first, right? A lot of people, when they because here's a problem. When you start working for a firm, right, they put this timeline on you, right? Like Morgan Stanley gives you one shot at the 7, one shot at the SIE, and 2 shots at the 66, but they give you a timeline, depending where you are. Sometimes they just go, you got 3 months and that's it. So, Jane Lee, thank you for coming on. I love that. I'm surprised people still come on. You should be fucking unsubscribing and then going, I don't want to hear that fucking idiot anymore. Now, so a lot of people, I tell them, when like in college, I say, get the SIE done. A lot of my guys are in college. And take the SIE and then try to take the 63 or the 66 while in college, right? Like senior year, don't do it too soon. And then when you start, if they give you 3 months for tests, you only have 1 to take. And think about this. So if you get the SIE and the 66 out of the way, it's got to be easier to find a job because there's less test risk, meaning that there's less risk of you failing and them having to fire you. So I'm just saying, okay. Don't go crazy. You should, I don't know what time it is. If it's 9 o'clock at night, you shouldn't be doing much. You should be done. You know, tell your significant other to do the right thing tonight. Do whatever you have to do to relax. At some point when you hear the dog barking, that's when my wife gets home. So now, I would watch my crash course if you can. If you don't have that much time, just watch the quick and dirty and then the gorilla style and go bang this thing out. You're going to rock this, Dave. You got Dave. You got to be Dava. You got to be, when I say Dave, you got to be confident. Get some sleep. Do the right thing. And we got this. Be confident. That's the biggest thing you can do. Okay. Well, that's a tough question, Vito. You should finish, Vito. So what you should do is just get through the whole book, okay? Then remember, half the test is regs, man. There's no way around it. Half the test is regs. You got to make sure you're on that, okay? The other part of it is you got to get that investment vehicles done. Now, here's the thing. When you have the 66, most people have taken the 7 first, right? So you think you're good on investment vehicles, but you're not. You're not as good as you think you are. So make sure you go over that section multiple times. And here's the last one. All the NASA exams, which is not what I'm supposed to be talking about tonight, but it's fine. Focus on, and Vito, I'll do that Thursday night. I'm not going to, well, depending. If I don't have any other questions, I'll come back and do it. So because tonight's SIE in 7 and 6, but I'm helping you out on this one. Make sure you get ethics down. I'm not going to do net present value now unless I run out and I have time, and then I will. Okay. Because that'll just ask at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Okay. Boom, Janie. I love that you're coming on. That's awesome. Best vendor, probably. Again, I still think achievable with the cap and kicker. QBank is the best one. But if you can only buy one, either achievable or STC. Oh, Natalie. I wonder if he's any relation to Michael Ray. Michael Ray on the stock exchange died like about 20 years ago. But I don't know if you're related to Fay Ray. Okay, now. It was on the New York Stock Exchange, though. Failed again to about 5 points. Okay, boom. Okay. I know it sucks, but remember, it's a 30-day problem, right? So don't worry about it too much, okay? Don't overthink it. So you failed again today by 5. Don't worry about it. Take a few days off. Here's the other thing. Take a few days off. Today's Tuesday. Take off till Friday. Then start reading and join a study group. I swear, if you're not in one, get in one. They help. I promise you, these study groups help so much. They really do. Everyone thinks I'm kidding or just pushing them. They are great. They are really good. Okay. Here's the thing. It is required to keep the account open. To open the account, you need 3 things. Name, address, and the 18. You will need it eventually. You will need because they literally on the FINRA, it would say, make every available effort to get it before they open it. But you do get it by the end of 30 days. Okay? So when the account, open it, you need it. Then according to the Bank Secrecy Act and Patriot Act, you do need it at some point. Remember, it's not FINRA, it's under anti-money laundering. Dave, Dava, I'm glad I'm trying to help. Okay. Yeah, Natalie, I'm telling you I'm telling you guys, if you're not sure, find my challenging questions playlist. I promise you it will help you. Those are hard questions that you may or may not see on the test. Okay. I'm telling you, yeah, Erin did it. She literally took a picture of her in a train station, out to dinner. I thought it looked like Grand Central Restaurant. With somebody she made friends from the study group. It's unbelievable. You're gonna make. A guy watched. There was a study group a couple of years ago, and it was. And it looks like Vito. I'm going to get to answer your present value question because I don't have a lot of questions left. It was. What was I going to say? Oh, there's a girl, Amy Brown. I love her. Amy Brown. I told her, I just offhand said, you should study in the morning, right? She, within 2 days, she had a 5-6 person study group. They're meeting at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning Eastern. She lived in Iowa or Utah or somewhere out west. And so she was getting up at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning to go to these study groups with these people. And she passed these exams. She was the most helpful person in the world. She was doing it for a while. She failed it once, and then she was afraid to take it again. But she spent so much time on groups, doing phone calls, everything with people to get them to pass. And then she finally passed. It was great. Karma was good. And now she's rocking it. Okay. So I'm telling you, these study groups are magic. Don't forget to join the FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. Hopefully Michael's watching. And if you see people join, he'll let them in. And we go from there. Okay. So here, I just did the yield curve. Go back and find. I'm not doing it again. I did the yield curve. Go back and watch it. I did it about 25 minutes ago. Okay, now. I'm telling you, the challenging question playlist will help you a ton. Okay. I'll do, so real quick, since I'm violating my rules, present value, just in case it might be on the subject. Present value, like future value is what an investment now will be in the future, okay? Given a certain return. Present value is what you need to invest now to get to that number. So let's say you have $1,000 zero coupon bond. It's going to mature at $1,000 in 10 years. Well, the question is, what do you have to invest now to get to that number? That's present value, and they use discounted cash flow to find it. They discount the cash flow. So to get present value, you need the future value. You don't have to do the math ever. You need the future value, you need the interest rate, and the years to maturity. That's what you need. So present value is what you would have to invest now to get to a certain number, given a certain return. And future value is what an investment now will be in the future, given a certain return. Hope that helps. Okay. The CBOE is a Chicago. There you go, Jane Lee. The Chicago Board Options Exchange. Okay. Andrew Patel. Boom, I love it.
Gotta get boom boom boom, 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 that boom boom.
Love it, baby. Andrew Patel, that is outstanding. Okay. How do you calculate? Here, I'll do the parity. Okay. So everyone write I'm not going to put up the Zoom again because I can, but fuck it. Now. Oh, I got an idea. Let's see if I can do this. I do have a way of doing this. There we go. Now I got to make it bigger. That's what she said. Okay. Here, we're going to do parity here. Hope you can read it. A company offers 10 million of 8% 20-year debentures. Each debenture is convertible to common at $50. A bondholder needs to liquidate 10 convertible debentures. The market price of the bond is 102, and the market value of the common stock is 53. Which of the following actions should the bondholder take? Okay, so first step. Gear, the first step is to par divided by the convertible price. Everyone do that. Par divided by the convertible price. Par is 1,000. Convertible price is $50. So you do 1,000 divided by 50. That would give me 1,000, carry the 1, blah, 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 is going to be 20 shares. So that means you're going to get 20 shares for every bond you convert. So every bond you convert, you're going to get 20 shares. Good. That's the ratio. Now, all you're going to do to get parity is multiply that times the common stock. 20 times 53 is 106. 1,060. That is the parity. Now, again, if they ask you for the stock parity, then you would do the bond price of 102 divided by the ratio. That's all you're doing. So what's 102? 1020 divided by 20. The parity would be 51. That's it. Super easy. And in this case, how do we answer the question? Well, if we convert it, we're going to get 1,060. If the bond's trading at 1,020, I'd much rather convert. So the answer is C as in Charlie, convert the bond and sell the common stock in the market and make the money. Now, the problem there is that if you convert the bond, the stock could drop before you get to sell it. So what you're going to do is you're going to do what they call convertible arbitrage, where when you buy the bond, you short the shares at you short the shares at 1,060 at the same time you buy the bond at 1,020. And then you just then you're short, which means you have to buy it back. Then you just convert the shares into stock and you cover your short. So convertible bonds, if it's profitable to convert, there is a risk, there's a profitable arbitrage, and that means you buy the bonds, short the shares. It's never any other way. Remember that. So convertible arbitrage is only buy the bonds, short the shares. So even if you don't know and they go, oh, you should convert, boom, buy the bonds, short the shares. That's it. It's not buy the bonds by puts. It's not buy the shares, but short the bonds. It is buy the bonds, short the shares every time. Okay. Sarah. Okay. Hold on. Did I do this right? Let me see if I can do this. Okay, see if you can hear this. This is how I feel when I hear people fail. Hope you can hear it. This is how I feel when people miss. Too long. I gotta edit that. But we got this, Sarah. You're taking it Wednesday. You missed it by 1 point. I hope that you attacked the entire. And Erin, I didn't skip you. I'm going to come back to you. I hope that you've read the whole book. Okay, exempt issue, exempt transactions. Okay, so remember this. I have a video on how can I sell security, but let's talk about it. And I'm only doing the 66 tonight here because we're near the end anyway. Okay, so now. Okay. There you go. That's okay, Sarah. You're going to be good in a week. Your Thanksgiving is going to be awesome. You're going to eat so much fucking turkey because you're going to be celebrating. Now, oh, wait. Are you taking it tomorrow or Wednesday? A week from Wednesday. I hope it's a week from Wednesday. If it's tomorrow, get the fuck up my life. Now, remember, again, I'm only doing the 66 here because I don't have any 7 questions. Now, exempt issuers are issuers who never, ever, ever, ever have to register. Governments. Banks, commercial paper under 270, blah, 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 all that stuff. Stock exchange, munis, stuff like that. They never have to register, but you have to register, okay? But you, do I have Fergie? I only have, I can do that again. Now, okay, got it, you're good, okay. Now, exempt securities are ones that never have to register, but you, the agent, have to register when you sell them unless you work for the issuer. If you work for broker-dealer, selling exempt, doesn't matter. Exempt transactions are securities that normally have to register, but because of the way you're doing, they let you off. Like, what's the best way to do it? Like, let's see. You have unsolicited non-issuer, private placement, which is up to 10 retail. Selling to your own employees, stuff like that. Those are all exempt transactions. And again, you still have to register, but the security doesn't. Unless you work for the issuer, then you don't have to, okay? So if you sell an exempt security, you have to register. Unless you work for the issuer, and then you don't, okay? That boom, 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 I got it, okay, okay. Okay. This is tough because it's such a broad thing, right? But remember something. There are only 2 things. Everything's ordinary income, except for 3 things, which are capital gains, right? So buy and sell, option expiration, and mutual fund distributing capital gains. Now, I hate when I got the itchy nose. Makes it look like I'm doing coke. Now, okay, well, it really look. Okay, just a little coke now. Now, if I'm talking Coca-Cola. You know what I'm talking about. That. Now, if I have remember something. If they say half the time on the test, it's not about the taxes so much. It's just about whether you have to pay taxes or not, right? So it's like, what's my taxable gain or loss? They're literally just asking you what's your gain or loss. They're not asking you what, give me the tax thing. They're literally just saying, did you make money or not? And then you look, is it long-term or short-term? But let's go with your suitability part. If they are rich, they buy munis. If they want income and they're rich, they buy munis. However, if they're really rich and they're subject to AMT, you put them in GOs, not revenues. Fair enough. Now, if they're looking for tax efficient, it's ETFs and common stock. Remember that. Tax efficient is ETFs and common stock because both ETFs and common stock, you can buy them and hold them for 30 years and then sell them later and only pay a capital gains tax or long-term capital gains rate of 15%. If the people are poor, you don't put them in munis. That's why I say rich people buy munis, poor people buy taxes, poor buy corporates. Because think about this. This is one of my favorite stats. Can anyone tell me, because I'm behind, but it'll take a while, if can anyone tell me, other than my students, what percentage of people, of households in the U.S. do not pay federal taxes? I'll wait. Okay? What percentage of households in the U.S. do not pay any federal taxes? Oh, there you go. Look at that. Great men find nonprofits. Okay. Governments, munis. I like that. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody else had a thing. She used to watch the OC, and it was like Ken Caleb. It was like some crazy acronym that worked for her. I wish I could find it. But yeah, good. Okay. So can anyone tell me what percentage of U.S. households pay zero federal taxes? It's a fun little quiz, okay? Now, if you listen to the media, the Democrats, you're going to think a different number. Now, back to this. I'm just fucking around. Look, I've been hiding. I've been on the down end of this fucking political sphere for so long. I'm on the good end now. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be good. Everyone put some guesses in there. Now, if I am subject to taxes, if I'm subject to high taxes at the top 20%, 10%, I'm most likely going to buy munis, okay? Now, if I am not, if you say living on Social Security, no munis. If you see living off their pension, no munis, okay? I'm waiting. I want a couple more answers, okay? Now, if they're looking for tax-free, then I do munis. If they're looking for tax-efficient, I do common stock or ETFs. You never put a muni in an IRA. You're allowed to, but it's just dumb. Okay. Is everyone afraid to answer? No one's afraid to answer. Everyone's afraid to answer what percentage of U.S. households, okay, pay no federal taxes. Well, I'm not going to give you the rest of the story until we get more people to answer. Okay. Any church remember the tax liabilities with tax credits? Not really. I mean, look, okay. Now, I know I'm not expecting you to know it. No one ever gets it right, so just pick an answer. Don't worry about it. Now, even if you're wrong, you're wrong. Now, tax liability. So let's talk about the one thing. So if you buy shares of an ADR and you are going to get, when they pay dividends, it's a foreign company in a foreign country. Now, if you buy shares of Nestle through an ADR, like in every ADR, you get shares of Nestle. When Nestle pays their dividends, there's going to be withheld by Switzerland. Okay. Now, Switzerland. Okay. Now, I have no fucking idea, Oasis. Okay. Now people are answering. Good. Now, So what happens is any taxes you pay in another country will be a tax credit. That's funny. What Oasis? What test is that from? And what vendor is that? Okay, now, because you can do. Okay, anyway, so what's going to happen is you pay taxes in another country. Okay, you pay taxes in another country, and what happens is here you'll have to pay. Yeah, of course it's fucking past perfect. Yeah, let it go. Don't worry about it. You're missing an answer, but I'm not sure. So now, I shouldn't read that. So any taxes you pay to a foreign currency will be a tax credit here. So let's say you owe $4,000 in taxes on the ADR in the US, but you paid $2,000 in taxes in Switzerland. They will reduce your taxes here. Okay, so if you owe $5,000 here and you pay $2,000 in the other country, you will only have to pay $3,000 here. They will give you a tax credit. Okay. I think reasonable conjecture, Oasis, is that based on hypothetical. I got to think that maybe you can't do that one. I mean, the other one, usually the one is you can give historical data as long as you do it. Like usually performance is prohibited unless you do certain things. Like you have to give at least 1 year and you have to show everything. Like you have to show everything, not just what do you call it? Just like cherry picking, like a top 10 list. I'm wondering if it's reasonable conjecture because you're probably supposed to use numbers. Okay. Now, the answer to this of what number of households don't pay federal taxes is 42 to 45%. So literally half the country doesn't pay federal taxes. So here's the thing. Why the fuck would they buy a muni? So understand there's a reason I did the question, right? So, okay. Now, so what I'm saying here is that if you see someone who's moderate means, that's usually probably in that range where the taxes aren't really a thing. Okay, they don't have moderate income. They don't have a lot of income. They have moderate. They're probably on the mid to lower. Okay, yeah, that's just Sarah. I'm telling you right now, that's past perfect. They go fucking nuts on the 66. Okay, so since 42 to 45% don't pay taxes, they shouldn't buy munis. They should buy corporates. Because look, if I'm not paying taxes, why don't I just buy the thing with the highest return and not worry about taxes? Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to do on this, Aaron, if someone is rich and they are subject to AMT, you do not put them in AMT bonds, okay? If someone is subject to AMT, you do not put them in AMT bonds. What does that mean? That means you don't put them in private purpose. You don't put them in industrial development bonds. Yes, revenue bonds could. There you go, Sarah. I love it. So, right, there you go, Robert Grano. It's for around 42%. So now you don't put someone who has a lot of money in a private placement, private activity or industrial development bond or some revenue bonds. Just understand some revenue bonds could be subject to AMT, but private activity and IDRs, investment development bonds, probably are subject to AMT. So now us normal schlubs who are not subject to AMT, you would put in an AMT bond because it's a higher return. Remember something. I'm a revenue issuer. I know that rich people buy munis, right? So I know that a lot of them might be subject to AMT. So if I issue a bond that is subject to AMT, I'm going to have to raise the coupon, right? More risk, more reward. So if a normal person were to invest in industrial development bonds, they will get a higher return and not have to pay taxes, which works. But remember, GOs and public purpose will never, ever, ever have AMT. So that's always suitable. Okay. Yeah, so Natalie, that's awesome. Yeah, I like it. Kaplan and Ken, that works. But remember, I'm a supplement. And that's the thing. So I worry that, I'm not putting up detail in my videos, but then I think, I'm not that kind of person. I don't know. I mean, I know some of the details, but I don't really give a shit. I understand the products, right? So I've never really gotten less than a 90 on any of these exams. One, I failed. The Series 14, I got a 69. And then a month later, I got, that's the one test I failed before I started teaching and everything. And I took this test. And the first 5 questions, fucking awesome. I mean, I was like, I am going to get 100 on this thing. And then Mike Tyson walked in. Now, remember something. Not Mike Tyson who threw the fight against Jake Paul. Mike Tyson from the 90s walked in and beat the crap out of me for 2 hours, and I failed. Then I came back a month later, and I beat it. But it's fine. But it's a Series 14 is a compliance officer's test. It's a hard test. Now, here's my thing. I worry that I don't cover enough details. I kind of go big picture. Then I think, wait a second. I've never been that way. I've never worried about details, and I've never got less than a 90. So literally, these tests are much less about the little details other than like customer accounts. Then it's much more about understanding the product. Okay, you got to understand the product and the risk and reward and why someone would do it. So every time you see a product, ask yourself, who would buy it and who wouldn't buy it, and why would they not? Okay? That's it. Okay. That's funny. That's very funny. Okay. I think we've done some damage tonight. Now, for all of you who are still on here taking it, I got to make you suffer for 30 seconds. This is it. Today's the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to. Today. This is it. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing. Boom. Right? So don't worry about the details. Worry about the big picture. Yes, there are going to be some details, but it's not going to be enough to fail you. Get the big picture. Get your shit down, and we got this, okay? Okay. Any last minute shit? Okay. So Natalie, she did it all down, the options box, the epics, misperms, all that stuff. It helps. Where's NVIDIA? Nice! I'm always in a good mood when NVIDIA's up. But the earnings come out tomorrow. Tomorrow is always a day away. Okay. So, and I think on that note, we are going to head the fuck out. Okay, everyone. I love it. I love having, okay. Boom, Linda. I'm glad to help. Now remember, tomorrow night, Thursday night, is Series 63, 65, 66. Unless you pass the 7 or 6, then come on and we can play the song. Unless you want to wait till Tuesday. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if I'm doing Thursday Thanksgiving. I might, because it's 8 o'clock at night. The kids are asleep. I might just sneak out and do it. But I'll be much fatter. Okay. I don't know how much more fatter I can get. I mean, I'm losing weight, but I'm on the larger side of things. So now, like I said, when I go swimming, I have to wear a red flag to make sure the boats don't hit me like a manatee. Oasis, you're gonna nail this thing. You are gonna nail it, Bixame.
Now I'm a believer.
Boom, baby. Oasis, we're gonna get it. The fact that you don't know that question is totally okay. Boom, baby. Everyone, have a good night. Enjoy the night. Get out. Anyone taking this test tomorrow, make sure whoever you're with does the right thing. Oasis, you got a boyfriend or girlfriend? Make sure they do the right thing. You know what I mean, like massage. Okay. Any recommendations? Okay. Toby, the fucking STC. No, hold on. Oasis, stay there. Toby, STC, STC, STC. If you want to buy Kaplan Q Bank as a supplement, that's fine. STC. Any of the principal exams, STC. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now, just maybe go over ethics one last time. Watch my crash course playlist, right? Now remember, when I say that, watch the 63 quick and dirty and the 66 quick and dirty. And get some sleep, my man or woman, whatever it is. Okay. Thank you, guys. I'm going to play out with a little baby shark. Okay. Because I love that fucking beat. Okay, everyone. I will not be here on the end of it, and I will see some of you in 47 hours, but not a lot of you because I know we're going to. So let's go out on a good sandstorm beat.